everyone, this is Usman with O-Level Mathematics and I'm back today with another video in my series in solving quadratic equations. Students, as I told you earlier, there are two main objectives that we have to attain in this topic of our quadratic equations. Number one, you must know how to solve quadratic equations by factorization, completing square method and by the use of the formula. And number two, you must know how to write the quadratic equations in a completed square form. Students, solving quadratic equation by factorization and by use of formula. We have already discussed them in another tutorial whose link I'm going to leave in the description box. Today, we are going to solve quadratic equation using the completing square method, and secondly, we will try to learn how to write the quadratic equation in completed square form. So students, let's straight away dig deep into the second part of the objective, that is writing quadratic expression in completed square form. Students, to attain objective number 2, let us consider a simple example. We have to express an equation that is x squared plus 12x in the form x plus a whole square plus b. In order to write this expression in the given form, students, first compare this expression with the general form of the quadratic expression. That is going to be x squared plus bx plus c. Now we can clearly see the value of a is equals to 1 by comparing that equation, and value of b is equals to 12 and the value of c is equals to 0. Whenever we are expressing such expressions in completed square form, students, we have to take three basic steps. Number one, we must have the value of a equals to 1. Means the coefficient of x squared must be equals to 1. In our case, it is already 1, so we don't have to perform any operation over here. In the second step, students, take the value of b, which in our case is equals to 12. Make it half by dividing it with 2. 12 divided by 2, we will get the value equals to 6. Now add and subtract the square of the 6 just like this. So our expression becomes x squared plus 12x plus 6 whole square minus 6 whole square. Students, these three expressions of the term can be written as like this. X squared will remain x squared, 6 squared will remain 6 squared. However, this center term 12x can be broken down into 2 times of x into 6. Students, now we have to move to the third step, which is write a completed square form. In completed square form, we know that if we have three terms, a squared plus b squared plus 2 times of ab, it can be written as a plus b whole square. If we compare this identity, left hand side of this identity, with these three terms of the expression, we are having a replaced by x, b replaced by 6, 2 is 2, and a is replaced over here by x, and b is replaced by 6. These three terms can be written as the square of the sums like this, x plus 6 whole square, and this 6 square will become minus 36. So students, what was the task? Writing this equation in this term, and we are already done with it, where the value of a is going to be 6 and b is equals to minus 36. Let us now, students, solve the given quadratic equation by using the completing square method. The equation is 4x squared minus 5x minus 6 equals to 0. If we compare this equation with the general form of the quadratic equation, we will get a equals to 4, b is equals to minus 5 and c is equals to minus 6. Students, as I told you earlier, in order to solve the quadratic equation by a completed square method, we have to take three steps. Number one, the value of a should be equals to 1, which in our case is equals to 4. So we have to make it 1 by dividing each term of the quadratic expression with 4. What we are going to get? 4x squared divided by 4 minus 5x divided by 4 minus 6 divided by 4 and equals to 0 divided by 4. So if we simplify it, we will get x squared minus 5 by 4x equals to 3 over 2. In the second step, students, take the value of b, which is minus 5 by 4, make it half by dividing it with 2. It becomes 5 by 8. Now add the square of this 5 by 8 on both sides of the equation. What we are going to get is x square minus 5x over 4 plus 5 by 8 whole square on the left hand side, which is equals to 3 by 2 plus 5 by 8 whole square on the right hand side. In the third step, students, what you have to do is make it a complete square. If we consider these three terms over here, students, they becomes a square plus b square minus 2 times of a and b. So we can sum it up in the square of x minus 5 by 8. So what we are getting, x minus 5 by 8 whole square on the left hand side, which is equals to the simplification of the right hand side. That is 3 over 2 plus 5 square is 25 divided by 8 square, which is 64. If we further simplify it, the LCM of 2 and 64 is going to be 64. So this becomes 96 and this is going to be 25. Further, if we add them, we are going to get 121 divided by 64, which is a complete square. Now we can take the square root on both sides to simplify it further. So taking square root on both sides will give us x minus 5 over 8, which is equals to plus minus 121 square root is 11, 64 square root is equals to 8. If we further simplify it, we are going to get this number, which is x equals to 11 plus 5 over 8 equals to 2, and x equals to minus 11 plus 5 divided by 8, and this is equals to minus 3 over 4. So the values of x are 2 and minus 3 over 4. How, students, we can apply completing square method in solving quadratic equations. And this brings us to the end of today's tutorial. As always, thank you very much for watching Mathematics with Usman, and have yourself a productive day.